3 years now in marriage.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a lot of questions about you marrying a foreigner. I think there was a lot of those questions, and for me, it's not even about that. I mean, love can go beyond borders. Love can be found even across the borders. What were you looking for in a man before you even just got your husband? What were you looking for in a man? Then we get into ministry. What were you looking for in a man?
Yeah.
Ukiamka asubuhi unasema there, ukieka upasi kando, anointing kando, calling kando. Even ndo nimeandika huyu ndo mwanaume ninatafuta. Tall, of course, I don't think you were looking for dark because
Yeah.
baby hair. No, baby. Ulukumaandika hiki ndio kimdu nataka. Ulukumaandika list.
Actually, it's very important to know what you want, because when you don't know what you want, you can fall for anything. And for me, I had clarity in my heart, in my mind, in my spirit. That is even why when all these others came and they told me they saw me in a pink basket wearing a white dress, and the Lord said, Natasha, Shasha is your wife. There was clarity. And the reason why I had that clarity is because it takes a secure man to love an empowered woman. Number one, I wanted a man that was secure. You know, a man that was secure in who he was, in his calling and in his purpose and in his destiny. Because already, as I've told you, by the time that I was coming to the stage of marriage, God, to some certain extent, had established me. So I wanted a man also that could relate with me, not just as a minister. Because when you're a pastor and you're a woman in ministry, many people will always relate to your divinity, not to your humanity. You know, many people will come with vibes of like, you know, my scriptures, manini. I wanted a man that I could be able to connect with on a personal level. A man that would really bring out the baby girl in me. And one thing that stands out for my husband, he's a man that, number one, is very secure in his purpose, in his calling. And he's not a man that is intimidated by who I become. Even if God tomorrow calls me and gives me an assignment to become the president of a nation, this is a man that will cheer me, support me. And I want to appreciate, you know, all the husbands that support their wives. There is a special place in heaven for you, you know. So I really wanted a man that, you know, I would connect with, you know, emotionally, you know, physically, spiritually, in a wholesome relationship. And this man, interesting enough, because you know he was living in Canada.
Yeah.
So when he slid into my DM, it took me a bit longer to see.
Wait. Hold up, Lucy. Hold up. He slid in your DM.
Yes.
What is the first statement that he said?
The first statement he said is that you know, I received your clip. It was 4 minutes. I think something seconds. And he said this clip spoke to my heart. You know, I had done a clip like, you know, sometimes when we do like,
you do your nuggets.
So those ones. So now he had visited somewhere. He had also not heard of me at that time. So he said I had visited a friend and I was ministering and they sent me your clip and it has touched my soul. Keep doing what you're doing. And I had just seen he had followed me, but I was just like thinking this is one of those people. So I didn't even bother. So over the next 2 years, the man kept on just saying, you know, may God use you. I'm praying for you. I'm praying for you. You know, continued until one time I said, who is this man? You know, because akaniambia, ebu nitumie WhatsApp number. Send me your WhatsApp number. I want to speak to you. I love what you're doing. We had a team in Punjab, India. That is North India, but it's from South India. He said, I would want to see how I can collaborate with you. So, of course, sasa nikamtumia WhatsApp because I saw his. And so I asked him, by the way, I see, you know, you're also from India. He said, yes, I see you are in North India, but I am from South India. But I'm currently in Canada. But there's a lot we can be able to do. So, of course, nikamtumia number. So we spoke for the very first time. So the very first time he was like, you know, I appreciate what you're doing. Nini. By the second day, he was asking me, have you drank water? You know, so by the following day, he was like, have you hydrated?
Man, nigga. Smooth.
He was like, have you eaten? You know, are you okay? You know, are you getting enough rest? You know, just that concern. And I was like, my God. So it moved from like discussing about the compassion, you know, to now even not
Compassion for you.
So now we started even becoming friends. And of course, he gave me a lot of ideas because at the height of COVID-19, we had a lot of teams that were doing the Natasha Hands of Compassion, including Lahore, Pakistan, Manila, Philippines, and even right here in Kenya. So he started like to just, encourage me, speak to me, because, that time also we had suspension of public gatherings.
Yes.
So then at the time, I got an invitation to minister in the US. So, and also he was going to be in the US. So when he saw that I was going to be in the US, we decided, let's meet for the very first time in person. And by this time, I already had started having a soft spot for him, but I just needed to be sure. Sometimes there are certain things you can't see when you meet somebody online. You can't know there are certain things you can't know until you are able to meet them in person.
So the first time you saw him.
Yeah. And he came, I'm the one who actually went for him at the airport. So the first time I met him, I was nervous, the butterflies that were in my, and of course, I saw this man, we had compatibility. Those are the things that I was really looking for.
What are those things that tipped? What are those things that tipped? Just for the single ladies that are watching the lessons.
Compatibility.
One.
Yeah, because we had alignment of goals, our passion is the same. And also we share a similar background. His father is a pastor. His grandfather was a pastor. So I felt we connected, so we had compatibility in terms of life issues. We had the same school of thought. We had the same school of thought. So there was also the mutual attraction, because of course you can't marry somebody you are not attracted to.
True.
A marriage is physical. And also his personality. This is a man that I can say that he's the greatest thing that has happened into my life. This man supports me, he covers me, he prays for me, just having that kind of a man. And that is the man that he was. When I was going to minister, I'm telling him, babe, I'm going to minister. He's like, I cover you. May God use you. Somebody that cheers you.
Sorry to cut you short. I have never imagined you calling somebody babe. Oh my goodness! So
I'm somebody's baby.
So you also have that side.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness! So
And one thing I love about him, from the onset, he called me Tasha. Most people, they are like, oracle of God. It's very, but
oracle of God. I love you.
Yeah. Anyone can carry my baby, but not everyone can carry my vision. But, he was a bit soft. He was really, speaking to my heart, to my soul. And, I feel this is the right person, So we met that very first time. I picked him up at the airport, and I just felt it was just a confirmation of everything I had felt for, the time that we were in communication.
Wow.
And we hit it up from there, and the rest is history. He later on came to Kenya, where he proposed.
Yes.
Yeah, before now we